Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Prescott to throw it. On the move to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun. Gone. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Goff. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Goff now looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Can you hear me now?
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Prescott now from the 50. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. SOS. Check. Flag down.
Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Second down and goal. Prescott. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The throw over the middle taken in. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Tiger.
Now Goff on first down. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 30, 10, touchdown L.A. Todd Gurley, 87 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
You know I'm recording.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
So I can send it to
Again,
you.
and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's
You don't give up running
and
plays.
he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Looking to throw. Prescott. Buying time is left. He'll try and run it. Prescott
Hell yeah, pick it up.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Oh, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
There he goes, right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've
Throw
done
it away,
nothing.
young man.
And
Throw it
down he
away.
goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And from their own end zone, it's a
get him, man, Donald.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the
Oh, you don't
analysis.
know how to
I don't
kick?
get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here? You want analysis?
No, when you kick it, don't push it all the way up.
The LA
Kick
offense
it,
ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here
I
and
see your
stop
Cooper
this
Cup.
offense?
Well,
Get that block,
some
Woods. I see your Cooper
sets in
Cup.
Because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ric Flair.
Nothing playing Terrell and some Madden.
On first down, it's Gurley. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're open, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Oh, it's 27, man.
Touchdown, Rams. Malcolm Brown.
He got me on mute.
First half, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
He over hot,
good with a PAT, and the route is
so
on here in this first half.
He's still the champ, dog.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
He's still the GOAT.
That's fielded in the end zone.
He's still the GOAT.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
Yeah, the weight difference, he can take him down. He can take dude down because they're pretty much the same
look to
size.
build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a short kick, taking it about the 16.
Adesanya ain't even going to beat Romero.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
He already shook off that dance off. Whatever. No, I'm good.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime
that's a touchdown.
just working with them.
Damn, that was a touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Trying to run the score up on this boy.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception
but he ain't
now
gonna beat
a
me with the
sack.
Giants.
What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, that's a touchdown.
To try again after the sack.
Come on, Brandon Cooks.
And that is incomplete.
This
a lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I'm going to make him pay for that shit.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught.
Trying to get him back on the mic count
in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
He ain't got on the board.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
I don't think he's going to get on the board. I told him it's a totally different animal.
Players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
I'm streaming the game so, I can send it to him and fuck with him.
He got all of that one. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the
He ain't got no
Cowboys now
points,
with a
dog. He got
first
sacked
and
like
10
5 times.
at their own 19-yard line.
He just got sacked again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it.
XFL.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Vince McMahon
now
football
flags
league.
fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
He came on today. Nah.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here.
Yeah.
Second down and long.
They was playing yesterday and they played today.
After the penalty,
I told you, T, we don't give up running play. Ooh, this is what it almost broke what over.
Past the 20. And they're going to get him
Yeah,
behind the
he
line
picked
yet
up 30
again
yards.
as his nightmare afternoon continues.
26-0.
A gain
He
there
ain't
and
getting on the
30
board.
big ones. Much more room
He
to
probably could
operate
hear you,
under
'cause I got
after
your
the big
speaker
play.
on.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Pressure from his right. He goes down hard.
He just got sacked
Flat on
again.
his back. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Got to assume
I think
this
he's going to use
defense
this
will be
excuse
charging
that he's
again
talking
here
to
in
somebody
2nd and
in the
15.
background.
Now Prescott.
Give me that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
He just threw an
Picked up
interception.
by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Like
That's where they'll take over.
The Cooper Cup. Nice one hit.
After the interception, here's
That's Brandon Cooks. Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown, Brandon Cooks.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams
Hey,
touchdown.
you can see it yet, T?
Brandon Cooks, 43 yards.
You quit yet, T?
As his guys continue to pour it on.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Oh, let me send this motherfucker a message. You quit yet?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Are you dropping my off? Oh, what y'all playing? You didn't quit when I beat your ass 8 times in a row. You can have this one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to
That
the
was supposed to be a
locker room
pick.
at
Come on,
half.
Hill.
Okay, because I think what we
Oh, he might get on the board.
There he goes.
He gonna get on the board.
Touchdown.
He got on the board.
Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards.
He got on the board.
And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember,
Man, this motherfucker got on the board,
75
man.
yards too. Got to have a little extra in there.
No,
so
he
whatever the final number
caught a
is,
little
a
touchdown with
well-deserved
Amari
seat on the
Cooper.
bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Oh, no, I thought another touchdown on his
And they'll be
ass,
set
so.
up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
I'm taking it easy on him.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around.
Yeah, I think
Obviously,
she
they'll be hoping
needs
to
to
do
fight
that
Amanda
again.
Nunes
And when you
again.
start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did
Yeah,
before
but you know how to
because
do
that
that
worked.
twice.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a completion left side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and
Yeah,
you can pick
but
up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on
That's a
second
touchdown,
down.
Brandon Cooks. That's a
He's
touchdown,
letting it
Brandon
fly
Cooks.
for
That's a touchdown, Brandon Cooks.
And that'll
Woo!
be incomplete. Good protection that time. They couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
That boy said that heat
That
rock.
pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one
Yeah,
downfield.
that nigga blitz.
That's okay because
I'm trying
the
to make his
second
ass
part of
pay
that
for
is
that
if you don't
shit,
get the
too.
completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Austin. They juked him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Yeah,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards.
I'm gonna call you back after this game.
Over Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa, and the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles Ryan Tannehill. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
I see you, Cooper Kupp.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cut. 180.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touch.
Let me see it, dude. La, 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 la. You guys over there playing GTA? Oh,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not even over 1.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get up the field.
Hold on. Check.
Watch twist.
Now gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and that'll make it 3rd down. A shotgun snap for gone. And Woods has it complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Escape. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
That's 50%.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Yeah, he's quitting now.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Zerline now for the PAT.
Is this the dude we were playing with earlier or somebody else? Okay. Oh, Chinese Dan? Okay. Is he actually Chinese?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Does dude live in Chilliwack too?
Here's Austin. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
You live in Illinois, boy, you live in Chicago? Oh, you like an Addison
About
somewhere?
set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
2 times. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Here I come.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Prescott being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit.
He quit. I think you should, because he might be a little upset with me. Tell him to join the party. Hello?
Stop flashing.
Hello?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
I wish I did. I wish I didn't hear you.
Hello?
I have blurs and muted though.
Hello? Yeah,
I know. I think he's stroking out.
I'm fucking with him. Whoa, he quit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.